Hello everyone, it's Calvin here from Shearing Sheep New Zealand. I'm in my garage about to head out and do a bit of work. But I was recently down and I did an interview with Richard Shaw from Ag Research about the Carla saliva testing. And he kindly gave me one of these. And in it there was a roll of these cotton rolls, wrapped cotton rolls, a roll of rolls. There's a vivid for marking these things. And that's where the little cotton roll is going to go with the saliva sample. And then there's some forceps. And then there is some instructions. Being that I am a Kiwi male, we do that with the instructions and we throw them away. And then we head out to do the job. No, I'm kidding. In my other job, I modify cars, so it's actually really important to understand the instructions before we break them. But this one, I think it's probably important to follow the rules or the guidelines. Now, a couple of other things. Now, I read the Ag Research website, and I was with David Arvidson when he was doing the testing, and it shows someone in overalls. So right, step one completed. It doesn't say that on the instructions, but I watched the videos and I was with David, and overalls definitely seem to be part of the process. I think this is important to note that if we are unsure, we should ask. And it may seem like silly, and yes, I am joking, but people do get these sorts of ideas from watching this stuff. So if you're unsure, talk to the people who know what they're on about. And with regards to animal health decisions too, I do recommend building a relationship with a vet or animal advisory, somebody who knows about this sort of stuff. And also talk to your mates, talk to your friends, talk to farmers who are out there doing it, and read as much as you can. I have read the instructions. It pretty much says that put all the animals in the same flock where possible. I can't do that because I've got unmated ewe lambs and a mating mob with 2 ram lambs. I'm going to attest at least those replacement ewe lambs because that's where I'm going to get the gain. I want to see which ones are going to be the best ones to move forward, and I've already done a bit of a cull. I've already got rid of 4 little ones that aren't going into my breeding flock. I've already identified 2 more in the ram flock, well, in the flock that has had access to rams. I've already marked 2 of those. Fortunately for me, the lambs were about ready for a move, and we're in quite a worm type paddock, so I just didn't move them for a couple of days, and man, they've just belted out. The old back ends have gotten dirty real fast. They weren't looking too bad at the beginning of the week by comparison to what they look like now. And I've also got one that does have or showing symptoms of barber's poll, so I'm going to drench at the same time. Right, let's get this stuff. Let's go out. The sun has come out for a little while. Let's get out and do a Carla test and see what it's really about. This is Lulu. 93.
Okay, so I've got the swab. I'm tucking it down the side of Crystal's cheek. She doesn't really want to. There you go. Down there. Good girl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I was turning it as I was doing the test, and then that goes into the test bowl. I've got my little drench station here, so as soon as I finish that, popping a drench into it. Hey Crystal, settle down. Come on. Good girl. And we get a mark. Settle down. You don't get treats for now. Off you go. And then I do it with the next one. So we're going to try again here with number 90. Down the side of the cheek. Yeah, that's the spot. 1, 2. Yuck. She's got some stuff in there. Put that one in. And then we drench her and mark her, and she's done. Thank you. Good girl. So back in the garage, colour testing has been completed. I then had to keep it in my freezer, which that was no problem, and get it down to Palmerston North as fast as I could. There was a form to complete with the number of samples, the date of collection, a bit about the farm. There was some pricing on here. Now, I am not selling Carla. I'm not paid by Ag Research. I'm doing an independent test. So just remember that the prices I'm going to give you, which are $17.50 for less than 60, or $11 over 61 samples, or 61 and above, is the current price at the moment in 2024. That may alter in the future. So I got the paperwork all pulled out, and there was a little label to put it on the courier bag. It's about a 35-minute drive from here to the nearest city in Rotorua, where there is a courier depot, and I knew that I would, if I took it in, and I used New Zealand couriers, to attempt to get it there overnight. There was a coolie pack in there, and I put some extra cold stuff into the bag as well. Got it on the courier. I actually put it in another box, put it on the courier, got it sent away. The courier place did have trouble writing up the label, and that's one of the biggest issues that I had. There was a label on it. If I had have just bought a ticket over the counter and used my normal courier and just stuck it on and thrown it over the counter without asking them to write up the label, or to write up the tickets and stuff that they do, there would have been no problems at all, actually, as far as getting it down there. I didn't even get a chance to send Richard and the team at Ag Research an email. There was other stuff happening in my life, and he actually messaged me the next morning saying it had been delivered. So it was worth that trip for me into Rotorua. Right, the actual testing. Now, I watched David Arvidsson doing the testing, and he was talking to me, and in with the forceps, and samples going into the little sample containers, and off they would go. He was handing them over to be written up, and he made it look very, very easy, and it is actually very easy once you kind of get the hang of it. But if you're going to try it, expect a few misfires. Okay, sometimes the swab seems to fold over. I put one in, and the sheep was sort of chewing on that side, and it came out totally green and covered in grass. And one mistake that I believe I've made is I should have taken that sample, thrown it away, and done another one. I put it into the sample bottle, and there was one animal here that didn't give me a result, is kind of what I was expecting. Not totally unexpected, but I think that may not have helped. All the rest, and I got back some reports, okay, after that, and it came back really quickly, actually. I knew they were busy, but he managed to, somehow, it got squeezed in and got sorted. Right, I've got an overall summary. It says that I sent 16 ewe samples and 2 ewes, that's not used, ewes, as in female sheep, and 2 rams. And the number of animals in the medium and high Carla in my ewes was 12 and 1 in the rams. So it gives me some percentages there of what's going on. I was pretty happy with that. It was kind of exciting. And there was some little bar graphs. Cool. And a bit of an explanation. That's handy. It then also gave me a comparison of my flock against other flocks based on date, which I thought was pretty cool. The results came in a very easy to view form, and also in a form, in an Excel spreadsheet form to be added to other data, especially for like the SIL guys that have needed to swap it over and do their thing. Right, let's take these results. Let's go see the ewe lambs and give them a stern warning about their test results. Okay, girls, your test results are back in. Some of you did quite well. Right, these two are from the other farm, not quite as friendly. Nice clean back ends, but in fact they only came out as mediums on their test results. Those two are 2.67 and 3.5. Number 88 here, quite clean on the back end, but she actually came out as being low. She's got a 0.58 score. Crystal, yeah, I'm really disappointed, but I kind of knew you were low because you tended to get a dirty back end a bit more often. You're a 0.89. You're low. 105 over here. She's a 3.5. Look at that back end, nice and clean. Now, just a note, everyone, I have moved my ram lambs on. One of my ram lambs came in at a 3.36. One of them came in at 0.32. That one with the 0.32 was the one that came out with really green in the test. So, but he still wasn't a great for as far as Carla goes, because he did get a dirty back end a bit more often. And one of the things I learned from this, there are 2 that were sold, and I could tell which ones they were. When it came to drench time, they really, really needed a drench. One of them had really runny, scary back end, and one had that that bottle jaw showing barber spot. Hello. So what I've learned from this is I've learned that I can tell the bottom 10% of my sheep, but I can't tell the top one because I would have got it wrong. I'll show you my top ones. It's the one that doesn't shed. She's often had a little bit of a dirty back end, not too bad. What did you get? 14.56. A 14. Go on. This one here, number 81. She's out of a hocket. She was a twin. 9.05. She's actually one of my better ones. I'm getting to like her. I have a clash with her mum. 79. See this one here, number 79. She got a high. She got a 15.53. Thank you for that. And my winner is... Hey, 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 hey! There is my winner. 19.09. 19.09. Good girl. Good girl. Yes, you're my winner. Now another thing to note. Just because a sheep's got a dirty back end doesn't mean it doesn't have good parasite resistance. That can be a response, the parasite resistance doing its job and getting rid of the worms, the parasites from that animal. So that's where I would have got it wrong, because I would not have put her at the top of the list. I would have put a couple of the ones that have got totally clean back ends and always have. Doesn't mean they have the best resistance. So DAG score and parasite resistance aren't always correlated. It's been a really fascinating learning process for me doing this testing, and I'm hoping to continue actually, because I can see the benefits of it. Is it better than fecal egg counts? Is it worse than fecal egg counts? I don't think it actually matters if you're doing fecal egg counts or Carla testing. I think the goal is to do what you need to do to breed better sheep, and if you're doing that, either one of those tests is likely going to give you some results if you apply them correctly. Has it given me some surprises? Absolutely. But all in all, I'm really happy to have that result. That's been helpful, and we'll talk again soon. Catch you later.